Good morning. Good morning, good morning. Oh, yummy. What you having for breakfast?
Pancakes.
And what else?
Blackberries.
Mmm.
I'm having blackberries and blueberries.
And what are you having, Bear?
Blackberries.
Do you like blackberries? Yeah, so do I. And Eloise is having pancakes and strawberries. Yeah, Mama. And blueberries. Do you ever make a recipe just like kind of on a whim and throw the ingredients together, and then when it comes out perfect, like pat yourself on the back? That's kind of what happened this morning. I didn't have oats, and I usually make the kids pancakes. It's a pretty simple recipe, and I don't, like, I've made it so many times that I don't really measure. I just put in a banana, oats, a little bit of powdered baking powder, and now I'm blanking on what I put in it. This morning I added some coconut sugar because the banana I used was partially rotten, so I cut part of that out, added some coconut sugar. I used a gluten-free almond or gluten-free flour instead of oats because we're out of oats. And I was just not hopeful that it was gonna turn out good. And they're really good. They're like the perfect, okay. They're like the perfect texture, so it's a win. It's a win. You want more pancakes? That's a win, yeah. Eloise has eaten 3 pancakes. 3 whole pancakes. They're not that big, but for a baby, that's a lot, plus some fruit. Help yourself. Okay, go pee. And Mr. Doug stopped by to help fix our floor heat. I didn't even know it wasn't working. The beauty of having our builder live right across the road is not, what? You need some help? As I was saying, the beauty of having our builder live right across the main road is that if anything goes wrong with the house, he is like here on a moment's notice. And a few things have just like been coming up randomly. So one thing was like, there was water that had dried up in an area that allowed the sewer smell to come back into the house, which is not good. And that was a really easy fix. But he knows this house intimately because he built it. And I always feel bad like asking him to help, or Brad asking him to help us. But what we do is we give him, like, we say, who should we call for this issue? And then he usually takes care of it himself. And he seems glad to do it. He loves the kids. He loves stopping by and just like saying hello. And it's really cool. I feel like I have a lot to update you on. In other news, Lyndle has stayed dry completely through the night for several nights in a row now. So that is really huge. That is a sign that we're ready to be fully potty trained and not even wear a diaper at nighttime, which will be awesome. And Bear, you know, we haven't been like real aggressive with trying to like night potty train them. And if we were, we would be paying attention to when we're allowing them to drink and like kind of limiting their fluids. I think that's how they say to do it, is to like limit fluids right before nap or right before bed. And the potty training book that we used said their fluids come in a reverse, an upside down pyramid. Right when they wake up, they have plenty of fluids, and then you taper it as you get closer to their nap. Same thing in the afternoon as you get closer to bedtime. Eloise, let's not do that. Let's not put our fruit on the floor. Are you done? Are you done? And we haven't even been like aggressive with trying to do that. But I don't know, I think naturally they'll start to like get dry at night. You'll have to let me know when. Yes, thank you, Bear. Thank you for letting her know. You'll have to let me know like when your kids started to stay dry completely through the night, because I think it's a pretty huge range from what I've read. It's more of like a hormonal developmental thing, and it's not something that can be learned necessarily, but I could be wrong on that. That was just something that I read in one place, I think. So who knows? Maybe it does require a little bit of training and forethought on our part. But for right now, we'll just kind of take it easy. What do you guys want to do today? What?
Pancakes.
That's a good idea. So we can probably already check that off the list, huh? It's gonna be pretty nice outside. Should we play outside while we can? You know what we could do? I have a Christmas tree that I usually put out on the porch because it's flocked, so it's kind of messy. We could put up the Christmas tree on the porch. Do you want to? Okay. Okay, you ready? You want to do it too? You want to do it on your mouth or do you want to do it on Eloise's mouth?
Eloise's mouth.
Okay. That's a good tip for wiping a baby's mouth. They hate getting their mouths wiped, usually. Mine have. But if you do this, then they don't care. You can do that yourself? Go ahead. You're silly. These are 3T pajamas, by the way.
Oh.
Oh, that's silly. It looks like Mr. Doug's here. He must be checking on something. Uh-oh. Doug stopping by just now is giving me deja vu from when Eloise was just born and we were still having the addition worked on at our house. Eloise's nursery was added on and we started that build when I was probably 7 or 8 months pregnant with Eloise, and it took, you know, it took a while to finish that job. And it was fine because Eloise was sleeping in our room for the first several months anyway. So it's not like we needed the nursery to put her in there, but it meant that like the construction crews were stopping by every single day basically for the first several weeks after Eloise was born until it was done. And oh my gosh, I would be here like with the 3 kids, and a lot of the time I was nursing Eloise or nursing and using the Haka because that was like in the early days where they just pretty much nurse around the clock. And it was just with the construction crews coming in, and they would just, fortunately they could access the addition, I'll show you, like without having to come through the house. They could go around the house and then come on the screened-in porch here and get to the addition that way. So really fortunate that like they didn't have to come through the house because I was obviously nursing a baby and Hakaing, and there's really no modest way to do that. But they would walk past here and I would be like right here feeding Eloise, and occasionally, you know, Doug was here frequently enough that if he needed a paper towel or if he needed something like a glass of water or something, he would just pop in, and like we said, make yourself at home, and it was totally fine. But it also meant that like on a moment's notice people would be in our home, and that is difficult to deal with when you have a newborn baby, but it was fine. I'm just like reminiscing about that because this morning I just had deja vu of like what the first several weeks of Eloise's life were like, doing a pretty major addition on our home with a newborn baby. Yeah, and now look at you. I'm sure it's been interesting for him too, watching you guys grow, because it's...
I watch Eloise play.
You watch Eloise play?
She's laughing.
Is she? She said that to Rio, didn't she? She's being real soft. I just realized our cats match our decor. If you're new here, this one's Rio. Iris looks very, very similar to Rio. She's just about twice the size, but they have the same coloring. They're both calicos. Hey, why did you put leaves on the couch?
Because it's Rio's.
Those are Rio's leaves? What did we say we get you to walk today, Eloise? I'm also having major flashbacks with her hair like this to Lyndle at this age. Lyndle, do you remember wearing your hair like that when you were just a little baby?
Oh, no.
Poor Eloise. She's like the little sister that kind of wreaks havoc on whatever the big brother and sister are doing. Can she come in?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Thank you. They build stuff with magnetiles and she knocks it down.
Close it off.
Okay, I'll close the door. She like messes up their train, and I feel like I spend a majority of my day. Yeah. Okay, everybody's playing calmly. So I wanted to tell you guys, I know I've talked about it before. I know Eloise is gonna close the door. Glad we got that figured out. So I know I've talked to you guys about this before, but I really want to let you know about this special deal that Teamy is doing today. It is a 35% off deal, and today's special is the Collagen. I've talked to you guys about the Collagen before. It is a super easy way to add in so much benefit to your day in an extremely easy way. You just put a scoop in whatever you're already eating or drinking. So you can put it in your coffee, your tea, you can add it to a smoothie. I like to put it in a smoothie with the Teamy greens as well. And it gives you just like this huge boost of nutrients and amino acids, which we learned way back in, I feel like that was my high school biology class, that we learned that amino acids are the building blocks to proteins. So by adding collagen to what you're eating or drinking, or even baking, like this morning I could have put it in the pancakes and it would have baked in and still had all the benefits. But anyway, the things that are made up of proteins, which amino acids help build, are your skin, your hair, your nails, and also just like on a cellular level, this helps with free radicals and just helps you be healthier. Being in this form, so it's like a powdered form, it's extremely bioavailable, which means that when you eat it, it's immediately being used for your benefit. You don't have to process it or break it down. It's just automatically ready for your body to use, which I love. One thing I didn't realize until today is that it has in one scoop 11 grams of protein. That is amazing. I used to do this like count your macro type diet. It wasn't really a diet, it was more just about like, I don't know, making sure you're getting enough carbs, protein, and fat. And so getting a lot of protein in your diet is extremely hard to do. Having 11 grams in this is amazing. It's also GMO-free, gluten-free, dairy-free, antibiotic-free, no artificial colors. It also is very low in calories and carbs. So if you're doing like keto, this is keto friendly.
We forgot our vitamins.
We forgot our vitamins. I love how they say vitamins. I can't believe we forgot them. Speaking of nourishing yourself from within, the kids get a gummy vitamin every single day. So this is what the powder looks like. Like I said, it's really easy to just add to a smoothie or add to your coffee. It doesn't really have a taste. I feel like some greens that I've had in the past especially have just like a really gross, weird dirt taste. But this, like adding this and the Teamy greens to a smoothie, you can't taste it at all. A deal this good from Teamy. If you use code RACH35, you're gonna get 35% off the collagen. So head on over to their website. There's a link in the description box below. Use code RACH35 and get 35% off your purchase of Beauty Butterfly Collagen. Thank you to Teamy for sponsoring today's video. All right, kids, let's put up the Christmas tree. It looks like Mr. Doug's here. He must be checking on something. Uh-oh. Cool. Are you guys ready? I found a Christmas tree that I didn't know we still had. And I'm just debating on where in this room we should put it, but I'm thinking it would be neat to have it right smack dab in the middle of the room or right in front of the window. Let's do right in front of the window. kids are ready. They're ready for this. My sister-in-law Susan and I were talking on the phone yesterday, and we were just dying laughing because she was saying that she has 3 boys, and if you guys watched the vlog this summer, you would have seen her 3 boys when they came to visit. And so I guess they have a lot of homemade ornaments, and she was saying that like her boys were like, why are all of our ornaments on the back side of the tree? And they have their tree in front of a window too. And she was saying, it's so all the cars driving by can see your ornaments. If we put them on this side, only we will get to see them, and we want everybody to be able to see them. I was just dying laughing because that's hilarious. Of course, like, we're all proud of our children's artwork and we'll proudly display their homemade ornaments, but I just thought that was hilarious. Maybe this will become a tradition where we do a Christmas tree in your guys' toy room that has all of your homemade ornaments on it. That would be fabulous. I think we should put it right here, and then everybody outside will be able to see it. So we'll put that right there. Gosh, I really can't even visualize this tree and how big it is because I don't remember. I guess this is the one that we had in South Carolina. And then, let's see. And then at my parents' house. Oh! But then last year we used my aunt's Christmas tree. Oh, because she had an extra Balsam Hill. Her Balsam Hill Christmas tree kind of stopped working. The lights messed up on it, and so they gave her a new one, and we used her Christmas tree that the lights were messed up on, but she ended up selling it this year to somebody who thought that they could fix the lights. So we ended up getting a new Christmas tree that's the perfect height for our living room.
What's this?
Oh, that goes in the bottom. Thank you so much. That would have been cue the adorable Christmas tree montage. It is now several hours later and we have made zero progress on that Christmas tree, but it's really nice out, so we're all getting ready to go for a walk. Brad's home, he's with the kids right now, and while the twins napped and while Eloise napped, actually she took a really short nap, I rode the Peloton really fast and took a shower, and so my hair is just like in a wet ponytail. But anyway, I was thinking, I got like deep down memory lane today with Doug stopping by and me just thinking about life with a newborn. And it's funny that like with pregnancy and with newborns you get this amnesia about the difficult stuff. I was thinking today about like not only was it difficult to breastfeed Eloise when we had people coming in and out of the house all the time, like if I had not chosen to breastfeed that would not have been an issue at all, but there were so many other things that were hard that like I completely forgot about until I was thinking back on it right now. Like I'm pretty sure she had a witching hour, even though we talked about how good of a baby she was. I think a lot of that had to do with the fact that we were just experienced and I knew how to handle a witching hour and I knew what a witching hour was. And I don't think hers was near as bad as Lyndle's, and it didn't last as long, I don't think, but she definitely had a stretch of time where in the evening she was somewhat inconsolable, and I had to like bounce, rock, nurse, all of those things all at the same time just to like keep her content. And sometimes even that didn't work. And so those are things that you forget about completely when you're past that stage and you look back and only see like the flowery golden moments. But it also got me thinking about when the twins were about Eloise's age now, so about 12 or 13 months, they started hitting like a really clingy stage. And I mean that in the best way possible. Like, of course the baby's gonna be clingy and need their mother. But that was the first time I really struggled, I think, as a mother, feeling like I was inadequate, which is funny because in the beginning, of course, like breastfeeding twins and being a very first time breastfeeder, there were days every single day that I questioned whether my supply was enough, but I could always go to formula if I wanted to. But with this like clingy neediness at the stage that Eloise is in now I can look back and see how truly hard that was, because Eloise is in that stage now and I have to spend a lot of time holding her or she's just going to be losing her mind. And now I understand this is a phase that's going to pass, but back then it seemed like this is the direction we're heading and there is no light at the end of the tunnel, and I have not one but two babies that all the time want me to hold them. And I had like a vulnerable moment on the vlog where I just had a tough day, and it was a lot of like the babies crying at my feet and me just feeling like I wasn't enough. And I really opened up on the vlog and just kind of shared my heart and how difficult that day was, because the reason I did, not to complain about having twins that are 13 months old and have separation anxiety, but more to like not only share that I struggled so that other people may not feel alone, but like to genuinely get feedback that other people had children that had separation anxiety and I wasn't alone. Like, it was a two-way street there. And that was the first video that I think we got a lot of really negative comments, and of course it went on from there, and that comes with the territory of putting our lives on YouTube. And since then I have gotten to the point where I just cannot read comments because I let it affect me, and I shouldn't, because like Brad always says, a vast majority of our viewers and our people, our family on YouTube are so supportive and so kind and have so much grace for us. Even though we make mistakes, we are not perfect parents, and we're living our daily lives on this platform, and we're subjecting ourselves to people viewing us from behind their screen and feeling invincible with their comments, so to speak. But yeah, there's a lot of different stages of parenting that I've found to be difficult, and I guess the point I'm making now, while putting myself at risk for a lot of criticism, is that the newborn stage is hard for its own reasons, and the like whatever stage Eloise is in, she's not a baby but she's not a toddler, that stage can be hard for its own reasons. The stage Berend Lyndle are in can be hard for its own reasons, but there are always going to be these amazing moments that you can look back on with any stage that helps you and kind of makes you forget all of the bad stuff. And that's just something that I've learned. I'm not trying to sound preachy, that's just like something I've learned as I've gotten through those stages and was able to look back on them. So if you're at a stage now and it's your first kid and it seems really, really hard, it passes so quickly. And of course that's easy for me to say, and there are going to be days that you just don't feel like you're ever going to get on the other side of it. But within that day, I guarantee there are moments that are going to make you smile and that you're going to look back on and miss for sure. But that doesn't mean you have to enjoy every single moment of parenting, because that's just unrealistic. So don't beat yourself up. Don't make yourself feel guilty about having a day that you just did not enjoy with your kids. It's going to happen, and you're most likely not going to remember it, and neither will they. And truly, at the end of the day, they probably felt like it was a great day anyway. That was a very long ramble, and I hope it maybe just helped one person, and I guess I'm going to subject myself to all the slew of potentially negative comments, but that's okay, because, I don't know, our point of doing this is to project a real life family out there that is not scripted, and that is us just doing our daily life, and some days are good and some days are not good, and hopefully for you today was a good day, and hopefully we have a lot of good days ahead of us. With all of that said, I hope you enjoyed today's vlog. The kids are outside with Brad, and I'm gonna go with them, and we're gonna go take a walk, and I hope that you will subscribe or like this video if you have not already, and we'll see you tomorrow.